What's good, boys? How are you all going? Today I'm filming a bit of a trade recap. I don't usually do these because, it's currently 12:47 at night, and something I struggle with is by the time I finish trading, I just sort of feel like going to bed, and I don't have the energy to make these videos. But I just popped an energy drink while I was streaming, and I'm like awake as hell right now. So I thought I'll do a trade recap for you guys. I took two trades today, and the first trade was a loss, and the second trade was a win. Both of them were with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, so I broke even on the day. I made about $10 profit in total, but a win is a win, so that's all good. But I want to talk about. So it's a positive video today. I think I stuck to my plan really well. I didn't trade emotionally, even after taking this first loss. I talk a bit about like taking one trade, and if it's a loss, just logging off for the day. And I actually did take a second trade, but the reason I took a second trade is because I just genuinely wasn't tilted. And I think like taking one trade a day is really helpful and has been really helpful for me, because if I am tilted, I often trade emotionally on that second trade, and I'm just revenge trading, trying to make my money back. But the setup that I took on the second trade was like a genuinely good setup that I had high conviction in. So I didn't hesitate on taking any trades, and it worked out well for me. So, I guess, yeah, it sucks that I took a loss before taking a win. It would have been nice if I didn't take the first loss. And to be completely honest, I think the first trade wasn't as good as the second trade. So, maybe patience is something that I can learn from it. I think I could have been more patient. And the reason for that is because this first trade that I took, I entered here on this 1 minute inversion. But like, look how many times we rejected this, bro. We rejected this gap here, 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 and then we inversed it. Like, we didn't have momentum going up. And I think that's like something that really let me down. We also had an SMT at these highs, and so I just sort of like, I was kind of going against a bearish SMT, and we also hadn't taken the data lows yet. Whereas on the second trade, we came up, we got an inversion on the 2 minute. It was clean. We didn't reject it at all. We just went straight through it. And we took that high clean all the way up to the data highs, and this was an equal high with all the way over here. So like on NQ, this is the micros. So on the micros, it looks like we took that high, but on NQ we actually didn't. It was a perfect equal high. So I had super high conviction that we were going to go there. But yeah, like, I don't want to get too deep into the technicals, because I want to talk more about just like my psychology in the trades, right? But yeah, so after we took this first loss, like, I was genuinely like I was pretty cool, bro. I was pretty calm, and I wasn't that worried about it. And I think the reason for that is because, like, maybe number one, I was streaming, so like I can't just crash out on stream. There's people watching me. I can't just like start crashing out and start like revenge trading and over trading, because I'll just be, calling myself out. But like, another thing as well is, I think that because I've been journaling so well recently, and like just focusing super heavily on having good psychology, I've just been putting myself in like a positive position to not get upset about a loss and be able to keep thinking clearly. And I said before I took this trade, I was like, if I might enter this trade if we get this inversion, but I'm taking this trade because I genuinely have conviction in it. We took this data low, we haven't taken the data highs, we've got equal highs. It seemed like a perfect trade for me, and that's why I took it. So I think the main point of this video, or something that I could like title it, is sticking to the plan, or focusing on the process, right? Because that's what I did. I didn't allow this first loss to get in my head and affect my decision making of this trade. But yeah, like, I was tape reading as well for like majority of the session. Like, I started the stream at 8:30, and I didn't even take any trades until 10:10. And my bias was bullish all along. I wanted to see these hourly highs all the way over here get hit. That was my draw on liquidity for the whole session. My markings are actually way better on NQ. Yeah, so I just had a dollar thing drawn out here, and that's what I wanted to see hit. Also, let me just pull this up. Can you guys see it? So down here, this is my balance. So right now I'm at $51,300. So I'm about halfway to a payout. I feel like I've been ranging at this level for so long now. Like because I trade with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, I feel like I've been sort of up, down, down, up, down, up. I've been very break even the last week or two, which is like, it's not a problem. I've been sticking to the plan. I haven't changed around my risk or anything like that. But like, I think over the last maybe week or two, my balance hasn't gone down or up. So I've been pretty break even. So maybe I'm just going through like a bit of a shittier patch in my trading, but I think a positive way of looking at this is that I haven't made, really any profit, but I also haven't been consistently losing. Like I haven't been on a crazy losing streak, and even if I was on a crazy losing streak, that doesn't matter. But like, yeah, I think being around the break even point for a little while it can be a positive. It's better than the 2 years of losing that I've had, so I can't complain with that. But yeah, like I've been risking really well, sticking to the $400 risk a trade. My bias was playing out perfectly. Like everything I was saying I thought was going to happen was kind of happening. And I feel like if you were trying to take shorts here, I feel like you kind of like were asking for it a little bit. Like since like 2 p.m. on Monday, we've just been trending up. We've been filling gaps and going up, filling gaps and going up, filling gaps, going up, like just constantly. So I think you'd be kind of crazy to try and short this, like, even on like a high time frame. Like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest. So that's why I was bullish on the day, right? There was a couple trade entries that I really wanted to take, and this is the one that I wanted to go over. Where was it? At 9:30 on the 5-minute. Right here. Oh yeah, here it is. So this trade I really wanted to take. This is something super interesting, right? So I entered this trade. And then I was like, I really shouldn't be in this trade because market opens in 5 minutes. Is this gonna stop me out on market open? And I don't like being in trades at market open. I feel like it's a gamble. So I closed the trade before it even tapped me in. I went, nah, this isn't a good idea. But basically I entered because of this inversion here. And I entered on that. I entered, but no, I didn't enter. Sorry. I set a limit order and I cancelled it. But I wanted to enter there with my stops here and targeting a 1-to-1. And it would have played out. But like realistically, I just don't want to be in a trade on this 9:30 candle. When the 9:30 candle opens, we get a huge volatility injection, and like nobody knows whether we're gonna skyrocket up or if we're gonna dump. So that's why I didn't take that trade. Unfortunately for me, like if it wasn't at 9:30, I would have taken that trade for sure. We were coming out of this imbalance further down, and everything just looked super clean. We were in line with the trend and whatever. But yeah, I'm proud of myself that I didn't enter that trade. I feel like I would have been entering that trade out of a bit of greed and just impatience, and so I'm glad that I waited. But this trade here, like if you're someone who trades inversion fair value gaps, you probably think I'm a clown for entering this trade, and to be honest, I kind of agree. We were delivering from a 15-minute gap. We were still holding structure, but like when you really look at it, like we were kind of consolidating, and I was too fixated on this high, I think. and I entered during a consolidation, and I got wrecked for it. So I paid the price, and maybe I was being a bit impatient. Like if I was able to have recognized in the moment, and obviously it's easier to say this stuff in hindsight, but if I was able to have recognized in the moment that this was just consolidation and it wasn't really a good setup, and the way we were wicking out of this, I didn't take this trade, then I would have just been on a W, right? But that's alright. I'll go back onto M&Q now, but yeah. So yeah, man. It was a good day, and like I said as well that on this second trade, I said in the stream, I said if I hit TP on this trade, or if I get stopped out on this trade, I'm not taking any more. Because if I was to have got stopped out on that trade and took 2 losses for the day, and then taken another trade, I really don't think that I would have been thinking very clearly. I feel like I would have been in the mindset of wanting to make my money back and like revenge trading. So I was like, if this hits stop loss, I'm done for the day. I'm just going to have to cop the, $800 loss on the chin, right? And I also said, if this hits TP, I'm also done, because, I'm back to break even. I've taken 2 trades, and I think it's pretty much time to call it. Like, it's 11 a.m. now, New York time. Market's sort of slowing down. I think it's lunch hour now. And yeah, I don't want to be in trades really after that time. So yeah, I mean, main thing today really is, I stuck to the plan really well, and followed all my rules. I think I definitely can learn from this trade. I think this was, like, before I started filming this video, I thought this wasn't a bad trade, but now that I'm looking back on it, bro, it really was not great. And I really deserved this shit. So I really deserved getting stopped out on that. But I think, I was just too focused on coming up to these data highs and the fact that we were having such good structure, but I just wasn't thinking clearly about what the 1 minute actually looks like, but like something that's been super, super helpful for me, and I know you guys probably don't care, but I've been streaming here on YouTube, and like, it doesn't sound like much, but I had like 15 people watching me, and like, genuinely, that's like enough to really stop me from being an emotional trader. Like, I cannot afford to make videos talking about how I think my psychology's been getting better, and make videos trying to give like advice sort of thing about psychology, and then just proceed to completely crash out on a live stream. Like, that would just completely ruin my credibility in everything I've said, and also just kind of make me a bit of a hypocrite. So like, that's genuinely something that, like, when I'm streaming, I feel like I trade so much better, and I'm so much more careful with my entries. So like, if you guys, you don't have to stream live, but like, if you record yourself trading or something like that, you could find that really beneficial. Just because you can watch it back, and you'll just notice things about the way that you're trading that you wouldn't have noticed in the moment. Like, even just noticing in a playback of you trading, like, are you just sort of like getting frustrated and like moving around, checking your phone? Like, are you always on your phone? All that sort of stuff. But yeah, like, streaming has been crazy helpful for me. So currently on the week, I think I started out the week at this same balance. So I've taken 2 losses and 2 wins this week, and it's Wednesday, so we'll see how the rest of the week plays out. But I'm gonna stream again tomorrow night, and then on Friday I probably won't stream. I might, but I don't think so. I'm gonna try and keep to a schedule of streaming every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8:30 a.m. New York time. The reason I don't want to stream on Fridays is because I just, like, it's a Friday night for me, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I'm 20 years old. If there's something fun going on with my mates, I'm just gonna go and do it. Whatever. Like, I don't really believe in the whole lock in, don't talk to any of your friends until you get rich. I think that's all kind of bullshit, man. I think you gotta have fun in this life, because you only live it once, and before I know it, I'm gonna be like before I know it, I'm going to be an old man, and I'm going to wish that I didn't spend all my time being a little nerd on the charts. But at the same time, I hope that when I'm an old man, I'm also thankful for myself for being a nerd and always on the charts, because this shit is going to pay off for me, boys. And this will pay off for you guys as well if you just stick to it, stick to your plan, have good psychology, always do the same thing over and over again. And, you know, if you end the day on a loss, just cop it on the chin. And tomorrow, when you start trading again, just try and come in with a new mindset and not worry about it. Because at the end of the day, for me anyway, all of the accounts that I've blown have been that one night where I'm just pissed off, I get tilted, I overtrade, and then I'm done for, right? And the last 2 months, even though I haven't got a payout, I've been trading a lot more consistently and making some slow profits because I've had, basically just because I haven't crashed out. Like, not crashing out has been all that I've had to really change, to be honest. And yeah, so don't crash out, boys. Don't crash out. And thanks for watching. I know this was a bit of a weird video. I was sort of just doing a bit of a recap. Thought I'd just get up to speed with you guys a little bit, put some content out there, and just, yeah, catch up with everything. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, join the free Discord. It's completely free. I'm trying to post a lot more in there because I feel like I've been lacking a bit, but I want to post more in the Discord. And yeah, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm stuttering a lot. I'm pretty tired now. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. That's kind of why I don't film these videos, so I apologize for not speaking fucking very smoothly and all that. But yeah, thanks for watching, boys. Appreciate it. Join in the stream tomorrow if you want. It's been super cool in there. You can talk to me if you've got any questions or anything like that. And yeah, catch you, boys.